friend. Sending a big hug through the internet. So how is your heart after practicing last week's action ship? So could you feel that feeling of connection even though we weren't physically in the same room? The power of the internet, the fact that you could watch a video that I have filmed here and experience it in your house and feel a difference in your body is miraculous. The fact that we can do that with hundreds and thousands and potentially millions of people is the most incredible gift that we have, and it can also be really, really scary. Why, if you are an entrepreneur or considering putting yourself online, do we feel like often we hit all these roadblocks or hit these glass ceilings or this inner resistance comes up? So let's take a step back for a moment and talk about the internet. So what is the internet? It is this vast information network where we, individual humans, can connect to each other across the globe instantly. And not just one, but many people we have the opportunity to touch and change their lives. So just imagine right now that you're giving a talk, you're sharing your inspiration, you're sharing your gifts, and maybe there's 4 or 5 people in the room. And how comfortable does that feel? It's like, yeah, I can do this. This is wonderful. I love to share my gifts. And then another 20 people come into the room. And then another 100 people come into the room. And then 1,000 people come into the room. And suddenly, before you know it, you're sharing your unique perspective, your gifts, your vision to potentially thousands or millions of spectators. Imagine being on a stage with that many eyeballs staring at you, scrutinizing at you, looking to see, what is this? What is she saying? Do I believe it? Do I not believe it? I don't know. And it's literally the same as a movie star or a pop star, someone who has a lot of fame and a lot of attention on them. If they are not in absolute health, in absolute integrity, they can go crazy. So if you are experiencing resistance in yourself, in your life, in your development with your business and as a business owner and putting yourself online, it might not be so crazy. So you might find that you're beating yourself up thinking, what's the big deal? I'm just sitting behind my computer, it's just me and my computer. But realistically, the energy that you are having to deal with is actually the same as potentially a movie star. It's a lot of information. So together we're going to tune in and make some internal upgrades so that your body, your computer, can more easily log on to the internet and the internet. The first thing that's coming up is a permission of, I give my mind permission to let go of how it's received. I give my mind permission to let go of how it's received. Very often when we're speaking and we are constructing our words and we're thinking about what we want to say, we can get in our own way. So particularly if you are filming something for the internet or you're writing something that's going on the internet, you're putting something that you've really thought about out there. And while thought can be beautiful and it can allow us to see and conjure new things and creations, it can also bring us into that place of judgment where we're stopping ourselves and it's not really being in that place of flow where it just comes through. So it's how can we step in more completely to just be able to allow the knowingness to come through in the moment. So if you were talking to your friend, you wouldn't be necessarily thinking about how am I saying it, concerned about how she's going to receive it. It would just naturally and easily flow. And then that is linking to the speech centers in our brain. So again, the parts of our brain that light up when we are talking. So there's that place where we are speaking from our heart and we're connected, as we did last week, to our heart and to that energy field and to that stillness. And then our brain is literally being communicated to from that place and our words come from that. Versus when we're trying to think about and manipulate the words so that we'll have a certain response. And then that is all linking to our hearts. And then we have another permission of, I give myself permission to speak from my heart without hesitation. I give myself permission to speak from my heart without hesitation. And then this is all linking to the internet, and there's a kind of image on it of allowing ourselves to just be me in this moment, no matter how many people are witnessing or not. So it's like me, my truth, this moment, it's almost only me. I'm just almost in my room talking to myself without a concept of who it's going to be heard by. And in that way, it's able to come through with a lot more purity and less emotion, which is often where things, you know, where the emotional attachments come that then make us spaz out. Okay, so you're going to put your hand on your heart and we're going to tap over head and heart and take nice deep breaths. And we're actually going to just say that last permission together of, I give myself permission to speak from my heart without hesitation. I give myself permission to speak from my heart without hesitation. I give myself permission to speak from my heart without hesitation. So now we're going to connect our heart to our livers. So your liver is a big organ on the right side of your body, and its consciousness is to do with organizing and planning. It also gets things moving. It's a very like moving energy in the body. And it really looks like, how are my heart and my liver working together to allow that movement energy for things to happen and get done in a very organized fashion that is communicated from my heart. So again, often when we try to organize things, we get stuck in our like logical left brain and we try to figure out the future, and organization can't really happen like that because we don't know the future. So we have to be in that soft place of being able to listen to that intuitive knowing moment by moment and allowing the organization to literally mirror that knowing moment by moment. And in that place, it's almost like we can know the future even though we don't intellectually know it. And there's a trust and a like relaxation of trusting that my body, my wisdom, my connection to this internet, which in effect does know everything. It's almost like we do have access to Google through our bodies, but way more intelligent than Google. And from that place, be able to navigate our decisions, our moments, our lives. And then from that place, it is obviously going to be so much smoother for us then to put ourselves on the internet. So put one hand on your heart, one hand on your liver, which is the right side. So right hand on your liver, left hand on your heart. Take some nice deep breaths. And then just tap head and heart and imagine my heart talking to my liver, and that moment by moment communication from my heart to my liver. That new heart-centered organization. So from this place, just allow yourself to take a fresh look at your life, at your business, at maybe some of the things you were thinking about earlier today or trying to figure out, or maybe you're getting frustrated over. And just notice, do they feel any different? Can you see any clearer pathway? Or maybe it's just clear. It might not even be answers. It might not be words that make you feel better, but it might just be a sense of this moment is okay, and trusting the next moment is okay. And it's almost like a pathway that's appearing in front of you as you take the step. So I would like to know, so from that place, see if you can stay in this sensation while you write me your comments. So keep coming back to this feeling while you let me know what that is, because as you write it and as I read it and as our community shares that and witnesses that for each other, it becomes so much more powerful for all of us. Because the power of the internet, it is infinite. And you do have the ability to tap into this infinite potential, but only if you can go through the process and trust the process of connecting to your own feeling of infinite. So it's like last week with the heart action ship, it's not the grasping for the outside world for me to feel love, but to be able to connect in and communicate through that place, where that place of infinite energy, infinite information, like the internet exists. So I feel like that was a lot of information today, so let yourself process it. Definitely drink some water. And for those of you who are thinking about signing up for B-School with Marie Forleo and you're considering whether or not to do that, whether to put yourself out there on the internet, with all my heart I say, if it feels like an inkling of a yes, it's a yes. But getting the support so that your body can shift, so that you can actually do that and not combust. Because when we put ourselves out there, it is a whole shift in our consciousness, in who we are as an individual, and having the support, the inner support, is really, really key. So let me know if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited to see what you are going to share and gift the internet. Make sure that you are subscribed on YouTube and that you're also signed up at laurahamesfranklin.com so that you can stay in touch and know everything that's happening through my connection to the internet. Thank you to the internet for existing so that we can hang out together. And I will see you tomorrow for another daily vlog. Make sure you're subscribed to see those. I'll see you on Wednesday for We Dance Day. Next week for another action ship. My hugs and love are always with you, and have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye.